I'll be right back.
Okay. Who wants some? That's okay. Oh, go on then. Oh, what was you not? Come on then. Yeah, take it, sweet boy. Boo. Boo. Where do you think you're going, mate? I saw you. Or did I? No. No. I am coming. I am stuck. Oh no, I'm not. Get away. Ugh.
As soon as he got to you, you just quickly got unleashed.
Get out, my brother.
Oh.
But how many people, how many of my people want to get downed, mate? I don't know. Get stomped on the dick, bro. Yeah, the PS5 is actually kind of clutch.
Bitch, you just get...
What did I do?
You just stomped on that man's dick.
Oh, but that was a nasty shot.
You fought very well, Vienna.
Is that how you flirt, Eivor?
Is that how I what?
Easy now, dang it.
Hold up.
Cause mine is not incredible. Cause why wouldn't he? He's a twat of a horse.
Crazy bitch.
Woohoo!
Back whiff. Take a back whiff of that smell.
Come on, big boy. Jesus Christ, you're a chunky horse, aren't you? Hey, he's English. Dane for life, mate. But my horse is gonna kill you. Oh, look what do I stream. Are you a good guy? Ah! No. Jesus Christ, these kids are tough.
Yeah, I'm watching it on my PS4 now, so I can play my games on my phone.
Da. Trump. Oh, see you later. How much damage does that kid do? Did you see how much damage he did?
Bro, all I saw was your whole screen just instantly turned from normal and all vibrant straight up just what colorblind people see.
Oh, I've got such low health. Because this geezer hits me with his metal balls. There's no plants for me to pick, so I can't get my health back.
Yeah, is there a way to use health potions?
Well, yeah. You get like health spans, like you can use them while you're fighting. But I had to use one because that's like a boss thing, so, and I'm not a higher level, so I did literal no damage. And I was doing tons of damage, so I had to use it. So I got hit twice by a bow and I got put down to half health.
Yeah.
Well, here's my team though. Here's my team for now.
Did you sell through a store? You never mentioned.
Chicken! Oh. Oh.
Fine day for being out, no?
Did you just say oh after you shot it? What? Oh, it died in one hit.
But I didn't know a chicken would be that weak. I thought the chicken was the blown strong gift.
The fucking it died when I shot it with an arrow.
I got the chicken's guts though.
Oh.
Huzzah! Here we go, we're not even half health. Oh! Can't wait till you see that one.
Oh.
Why does it sound like I'm walking on dirt while I'm walking on the roof? It literally has the same noise. Step bro, what are you doing? Oh! 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 Oof. That's a chunky sword in the stomach. Mate, I have no health. You can stop hitting me. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Serve it. Oh my gosh! I'm actually past full health. Not full health. Half health. Pig! It's my brother!
Well, you just double hit them.
But how many? What do I even do with these coins? Can I get a fresh trim?
Could you buy something?
Mate, I'm in England. I don't even have a store in my town. Another pig! It's me! But how many pigs are there? Oh, it's a doggy! Oh, good boy. Oh. Off we go. How have I been seen? How have they not seen us burn down the village? What's that doing? Come on, mate. Who's the slag? Where's the slag with the brown thing? Wow. What the?
I may be a heathen in the Saxon sides, but this church is lovely. I know good craftsmanship when I see it. Winkman should have killed you all off the first time. This priest's lies will not poison the Shire.
I'm taking a church person. Wait till you see that one I just did.
That's a pop through the bowl right there.
Got a key! Is that it? Are we done it, mate? No, I don't want to read. Oh.
Then don't read, you just do it and then stop it and then do it and then stop it.
Yeah.
Got new ability, incendiary powder. Ta-da!
Jump stick. Oh, take two, mate. Ooh. I want to smell it a little bit like copper oil.
Oh. It's just like a blue thing I could do with my bow.
Let's praise my idea.
Oh, okay. How are you here? Oh!
got deaded.
I'm carrying my own people. Well, how many did die? Oh no. I don't think that meant to die, mate.
Okay. I'm getting his ass kicked out of him.
I'm not paying for a drink. Say you're sorry.
You're
My lord, as we were restoring the territory, until next history.
Oh, dragon. Yes, come on. I'm going to be the most OP person in the world. I got. Oh.
Looks like this. Probably. Shit. What she said, Lisa.
I must be careful now.
What am I meant to do?
I have a straight up dragon. No fuck.
Gotta relapse.
My lord, in order to better understand the will of time.
I don't want to try you guys. I want somebody to beat their asses real quick. Nah, but dragon. Oh yeah, back up. Oh, how sad for them.
Show me.
But that was easy. Oh, look at that guy get shanked in the back of the head.
Oh my god. What do they want from me?
I reckon
What
mole.
do they want from me?
But where?
My king, I beg your forgiveness. My king, I beg your forgiveness. Covadonga, our battle begins here. I am hoist the saber to all the army. I am more than a pretty face.
Maybe it's something exciting.
Okay.
Link up by the way.
Yeah.
Ascension. Get your team on the line. As quick as you can. Reese, Jaden, Bailey, Levi, Thomas, you need to go and click on the link that I'm showing you now.
There is a link.
Levi, Bailey, Thomas, you need to go and click on the link that I'm showing you.
The best view that you can be, accelerating your progress and achievements you can see on the screen. We're asking you to just get engaged at the right appropriate times.
Fortnite?
Today, and making sure that you're doing that in all the sensible ways that we always ask you to join into your lessons. So the chat isn't going to be available the whole time, but it will be at points in the lesson, giving you a pen and paper so that you can write down and organise your thoughts. But other than that, I'm going to hand you over to Kevin to get the session underway. Thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate it. It's great to be with you all today. Of course, I wish we were together in school and doing this in person. Thankfully, last night I promised to make some announcements, and it sounds like we're going to be back in school in a couple of weeks' time.
No, piss off. I'm not going to school.
Today, we had to facilitate today's session online, and as Sir mentioned, it's all about how you can accelerate your progress and your achievement in school. The session is called Upgrade, and if you've been in one of my sessions before, you'll know that we get interactive. There will be times where I'm talking and sharing ideas. You'll see certain things appear on the screen. Please do proactively take notes. If you see something that you think is going to help you achieve more of your potential, experience more happiness in your life, then please write those things down. If you hear me say something you think that could help you deal with this issue or help you achieve that goal, then take some notes. There will be times where I set you little challenges. You may get 20
What
seconds,
if I
30
don't
seconds,
want
a minute,
to?
something like that. We got a couple of fastest finger on the buzzer competitions where we might activate the chat room. You've got to type your answers in there, but I will give you instructions about when that is and what to do at that time. Inevitably, as we've been
What bit of aid this, Bailey?
we've lost a lot of fun things that we enjoy.
Tell me if you want me to read this.
Whether that be with our family and friends. I still personally haven't been home yet since the first lockdown began a year ago. I'm in temporary accommodation and away from my parents, who I haven't seen at any point in time. And I know you've all got your own stories. I'm not asking you to play me a violin and all for me. We've all had difficult times during lockdown, and it seems that based on the announcements that have been made, that we're about to start returning society to normal over the next few weeks and months. It's going to take a while. We're going to have to be patient. And inevitably, what will happen is we'll start to return our focus to helping you get the best grades you can possibly get and equip you with knowledge and skills so you can go and get a dream job, a dream career, a dream life in the future. Today's session has that in mind. We want to share with you what we'll call evidence-based strategies that you can use to reduce the amount of failure you experience and to experience more success, to speed up that success. Some of us have got some catching up to do with some of the lessons that we've fallen behind with. So today's going to be really helpful. Be sure to get joined in and take those notes. Right, let's get you involved. If I was a year 6 student coming into year 7 and I needed some help and some guidance, I'd kind of been dependent on my primary school teachers. And you want to give me some advice as an older student that's in year 9 now, and you can say, you can do these techniques, you can do these strategies because this helps young people achieve more. Alright? What would some of those strategies be? So the question's on the screen. Which strategies are proven? Not an opinion, not a thought or a guess, but which strategies have been scientifically proven to help young people experience more success in school and more happiness in life? You've got 25 seconds and I want you to come up with at least 3 different answers. Okay? Your time starts now. If you're not sure, what are some of the techniques or strategies your teachers share with you? What have been some of the things you've covered in character education, in tutor time, in PSHE? What's been covered in assemblies in the past? What have your siblings or parents shared with you? Have you seen in a YouTube video or a podcast? Maybe you read it in a book. Strategies that are proven to help young people experience more success and more happiness.
Happy! Piss off.
Okay, 5, 4, 3,
2, 1. You're rebelling.
Time. Okay. Now, take one of your answers. You've got 10 seconds to type it into the chat. We're going to turn the chat feature on for you. Okay, and I want you to type one of your answers, your favourite answers. Just one strategy that's been proven to help young people experience more success in school or more happiness in life. You've got 10 seconds. Go, go, go. Start typing.
We're not 3 years old.
Do it in the fewest words you can possibly do. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Sir, and he's going to share some of your answers with us. We're going to get interactive here. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time. Okay, sir. 3 or 4 answers from you, please. What's been typed into that chat box? We had quite a lot of people talking about getting a really good sleep, which I think is, really important.
I love sleeping, but I like staying up as well all night.
Sleep not only helps you improve your grades in school, your brain, the neuroconnections get formed at night when you're asleep. But it also regulates your emotions, so it can help reduce stress levels and help you feel more happy and content. That's a big one. Great answer. What's another one, sir? Quite a few just bring down to meditation, sort of quite generic meditating, but some talking about having belief in yourself and positive thinking and reframing ideas as well. Love that. Meditation has been scientifically proven, certainly on the happiness one, that we can reduce anxiety and depression and things like that and increase our levels of personal happiness. Apparently it has a 10% impact on happiness when you practice meditation on a regular basis. It's part of my routine. Great answers, Year 9. Absolutely loving it. Keep up this good start that we've got. Now, the number one strategy that has been scientifically proven to help students like you accelerate their progress and improve their achievement in school is giving and receiving feedback. Extensive research has been done by the Education Endowment Foundation. You can see the logo at the bottom of the screen. They looked at all the techniques that schools use to help students improve their grades. Like, for example, when we're allowed, maybe taking you on a field trip somewhere. Or maybe reducing class sizes, so instead of having 50 people in a class, we're at 30, and instead of 30, there might only be 15. Setting homework, and the extent to which that improves grades. And what they found is that the number one strategy that improves students' grades more than anything else is the giving and receiving of feedback between students and teachers. And of course, this has been challenging or more difficult than normal during lockdown while you've been remote learning from home. Yeah. Into school, well, you're going to find new ways to be able to keep
Bailey, I know what the coins are for now.
And what they found in the research was this.
You can buy stuff with them, like these and stuff, and weapons. But the weapon I've got right now is better.
This is mind-blowing. Get this, right? If this is where the average student starts at the beginning of the year, like year 9, and this is the average.
And I can sell them for coins.
Right? Maybe they start at the beginning of the school year with a level 3 grade.
No.
At the end of the year, they're getting a level 4 grade. For example.
What I just do?
The average amount of students they get, progress they make in English, maths, science, PE, music, all those subjects of reading. The average student that then regularly gives and receives feedback makes an additional 8 months more progress in the same amount of time. It's like a magic learning pill. It's remarkable. No more effort, no more energy. But they make this much more progress in the same amount of time. It's remarkable how powerful this is. And the schools where we've implemented this strategy across the country elsewhere have seen huge benefits. One school made so much progress, they went from being the bottom of their city, which was one of the worst cities in the country for grades in schools, now being one of the top 20 schools in the country, and the Prime Minister was tweeting about them because they improved the progress of students so much. Right? This strategy is massive. And this half term, we're going to focus on the receiving.
We have a traitor.
And then in future, we'll come back and talk about how you can give feedback as well. Today, we're going to focus on receiving feedback. In fact, this whole half term. Let me ask you this question. What are you anticipating when somebody says, can I give you some feedback? At that point in time, are you expecting good news? Or are you expecting some bad news or something negative to happen? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to type in the chat. What are you expecting when somebody says, let me give you some feedback? What's going to happen next? Are you expecting good news, bad news, or something different? You've got 10 seconds. Give me a quick vote. Quick. Time now. Type and submit your answers. Sir, as these answers come in, I'd like you to get a general consensus, please. Are our students expecting some positive things to happen? Are they expecting some negative things to happen?
Yeah, we just need Mr. Rand to enable chat in order to. There we go, it's on.
Okay, it's on. So if you already tried to submit, please
Hey, Bailey, at least we get a free lesson.
What are you expecting or what are you anticipating when somebody says, can I give you some feedback? Okay, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Did you find enough clues around Brandridgeshire?
Okay.
Are you ready to choose the traitor?
So, what's the sort of consensus you're getting coming through there?
It's really interesting. To start off with, most of them were saying good, but then
Galen
came
told me
through
he was
with
near death when you
the
found
more
him and
negative
saved his
side of
life.
it. So I think most
Yes.
people were saying that
People
they were
called him
expecting
cursed.
to get a bit of a slap in
He
the
was
face
adrift
with
in deep
negative
water.
feedback.
But don't...
Some people did say both and think for
Galen told
improvement,
Yes.
but I think on the
People...
whole, people were thinking it might be negative.
Good, thank you for your honesty, I really
Leaf wishes
appreciate
he had
it.
stepped
And I
up to
get
lead,
different answers in different
to be
places I
where
go,
you
but
are.
more
Leaf
often
has a
than not,
celebrated place in
people
my
say they're
heart.
expecting bad
As a
news or
shipbuilder,
something
he's
negative is
without
going to get
parallel. He knows
criticised
I
in
know
some
this.
way. And here's the thing.
Leaf
If
disagrees
we've
with how you run
got the number
Grantbridge.
one
This
strategy
city
that
thrives under
actually
me.
helps us
As a
improve more than
bustling,
anything, more than
fast-moving ship, for
homework,
instance.
more than one-to-one tutoring, more than going on study visits, the number one thing that you can
Vienna
do
used to
is
be a
get regular
smuggler.
There
feedback
is
from your
honor
teacher.
among even the...
But if you expect bad things to happen in that process,
I found a
are you
message
going to
meant for
engage in it
special
more or are you
forces.
going to engage in it
It
less?
said not to attack
It
anyone
doesn't take a
painted
genius to
yellow.
figure it out. If you're
There's no
expecting
yellow
something
on
bad
our
to
longships
happen, you
beyond
ain't
some
going to want
small
to do it.
details.
And yet it's the number one
If
thing
there's
you
a
can
yellow
do
longship
to
in
improve your grade.
defense, I want
So
to
the
know.
first thing we have to get is a shift in perception, a different mindset. Instead of trying to avoid or be worried about what negativity might come my way with feedback, we're going to become more open and start asking more questions that would
Found a
help us
message
get
meant for Saxon
positive
forces.
feedback. There's a big effort going to be taking place in school. One of the first times I remember receiving
I need
feedback
more time
was
to
in
think.
this location here. If we can get the chat room on,
find enough
that would be
clues around
useful, sir. Thank
Brandridgeshire?
you. Bonus
Are
point
you ready
for
to
you. Can
choose
you
the
name that
traitor?
location? Where is
That's all the
that?
evidence I think we need.
Sports fans.
You've been thorough.
Where is it? Do you know? Which team
Vienna,
plays in that
treat you.
stadium?
Are you
What is the
certain?
name of that stadium?
Yeah, chat's up now.
That's up. Have we got any answers in there? Who plays in this performance stadium? Who is it? What team?
Let me go on my phone real quick to get the
Yes,
right
who's that, sir?
answer.
Who got that?
We've had a few people, so Taylor, Oliver, Nathan,
Assassin's Creed.
Yes, it is Sheffield United. It's Bramall Lane is the name of the stadium, the oldest football stadium for a pro team in the country. And when I was your age, when I was in year 9, I played for Sheffield United.
You got bullied.
And it was when I was in year 11 that I was trying to get a pro contract. So I finished my GCSEs and go and play professional football for Sheffield United. And I'll never forget the day. It was December the 5th when I was in year 11. I remember it so much because it was such an emotional experience for me. Where my football coach came to me at the end of the game and he said, Kevin, can I give you some feedback? And I said, yeah. And he said, I need you to know that you are light years away from making it as a professional footballer. I thought, oh, thanks. You've just taken my biggest dream, torn it up, and chucked it away. He said, I need you to know, Kev, that what you're doing
No,
right
my
now
phone. Why are you doing this?
to be a professional football player. Now, whilst that might at first seem a little bit insensitive or upsetting, it was important. Because if I'd been going on and doing the same things for the next few months, I would have utterly failed and not achieved my goal of becoming a professional football player. You see, sometimes feedback can feel a bit harsh. It can feel like criticism. But I need my football coach, I need my school teachers to tell me if I'm making mistakes. And I also need them to tell me what to do differently. So there I was at Bramall Lane. My football coach says to me, Kevin, you are light years away from making it as a professional football player. He said, I suggest you do one of two things. You either change your goal, and instead of trying to be a football player, go and become a construction worker, become a doctor, a lawyer, a school teacher, set a different target for your career. Or, he said, you can keep your goal of being a football player, but you need to dramatically change your approach to how you're trying to achieve that goal. He said, what do you want to do? Change your goal or change your approach? And I said,
But I can't
I'm not going to
find
change
it.
my goal. I wanted to be a professional football player since I can ever remember. So I'm not going to change my goal, I'll change my approach. And for those of you that are taking notes, this is a critical point, that we don't take things personally. that feedback's important and it helps us change the approach. Over the next 3 months, throughout December, January and February, I changed my approach. And one night, the first team played at home against Queen's Park Rangers, in the Premier League it was, and the head coach pulled me in afterwards and he said, Kevin, we don't know what you've done over the last 3 months, but it's remarkable. How much progress you've made is incredible. We now think you're one of the top 3 players. We'd like to sign you and offer you a contract. This is the power of feedback. You can go from being one of the worst students in your class to becoming one of the best students in your class. You can go from really struggling to really succeeding. It's an amazing thing. But what I need you to know is that not all feedback is useful. And today, we're going to focus on what we call the top 10 feedback blockers. What gets in the way of positive feedback? And then in future, you're going to do some follow-up sessions about 10 things that enable quality feedback to take place. So I hope you're ready to get involved. I want you to start thinking about good feedback that you've received in the past. And I want you to start thinking about some of the bad experiences you've had when receiving feedback in the past. All right? And let's focus on the worst ones first. What have been some of your worst experiences of receiving feedback? I want you to think about your time in school. It could have been in primary school, it could have been secondary school, when a teacher tried to help, but you didn't necessarily take it that way. You found it a bit humiliating. Maybe they embarrassed you in front of other people. Maybe you thought they were picking on you, all right? And they were singling you out for criticism. It doesn't have to have been at school, though. Have you ever been called out or had some feedback in a sports team like me, or performing arts? Maybe you were an actor, an actress, or singer, and you were involved in a production, and you got some feedback
found a message meant for Saxon
from that
forces.
scenario. Or maybe you got
Said
some
not to
feedback from a
attack any
friend
longship painted yellow.
about the clothes
There's
you're
no
wearing,
yellow on our
about
longships
your
beyond some
makeup,
small
your hair.
details.
Can you
If
imagine the
there's a
feedback I get
yellow
about hair?
longship in the fence, I
So,
want to
I'm
know.
now going to give
In
you
all my time in
25
Grandbridge,
seconds
this
to
tunnel was my
identify
most careful
3
project. The
occasions
best kept
in
secret
the
in the
past
city.
Now 100 or more
when
Saxons
you
know the smell
have
of it.
received
The only people
really
who
bad
knew about this
feedback.
tunnel
You
were
didn't
me
like it. It was a
and the 3
negative
in my inner
experience.
circle.
Your time starts now. Good. 3 times, 3 occasions you receive feedback. Could have been from a friend or a peer group member. Could have been from a family member. Could have been a sports coach. Could have been a teacher in school. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time. Time out. We haven't finished with the activity now. Now what I want to know from you is what made it such a negative feedback experience? What made it so? What made it such a bad experience? Was it because it was done in front of other people publicly? Was it because you didn't like the person, you didn't ask for the feedback? Was it because they shouted or screamed at you? Was it an argument? Go on. For each of those occasions, I want you to identify something that made it a negative experience.
How
You've got
dare
another
you think
25
your destiny...
seconds. So, what made it such a negative experience?
Darling, the traitor.
This will be the
There are no
hardest
right or
day.
wrong answers here. I just want your personal perceptions and opinions.
I will need you.
How do you plan to deal with this?
As a leader must.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time. I'm now going to give you 10 seconds to take one of your answers. I don't want to know about who it was, or where it was, or when it was. I want to know what makes feedback a bad experience. When it's the worst kind of feedback, what makes it such a bad experience, okay? And I want you to type one answer into the chat. You've got 10 seconds. Please do it now.
For you
Thank
cannot survive the winter with a rat in your larder.
Nice and quick. Do it in the fewest words possible. And then we're going to go over to Sir and he's going to share some answers with us. What makes it a
Gallus,
negative experience?
you have betrayed me, Gallus.
I haven't.
Right, those answers.
Soma, you're the key to my life.
Good.
You
5,
must lead me to my destiny. Carry me to
4,
the summit of victory.
Do
3,
not warp what is real with the stories you
2,
tell yourself. I have
1.
seen no signs of your
That's
destiny.
time.
What I have
Okay,
seen
sir,
is
coming
my
over to
people
you. Could you share a
slaughtered,
couple with
my
us, please?
city befouled, and your delusions fueling the destruction.
And
How
you're with us,
dare
sir?
you think your
Can't quite
destiny,
hear you at my
your
end.
greatness
Yeah, sorry, I
outweighed
was
all of
muted.
ours?
Yes, absolutely. So I've had a few people saying that the thing that makes it wrong is that
He
it makes
believed
you
too much
feel
in
bad.
fate,
So that
not
it's
enough in
given in a
us.
way that makes you feel bad and
Take
makes
it
you
away.
lose hope. That came up a few times as well. So the loss of hope. Wrong timing, someone said. So I think
feel as
it's
if I have
quite
torn off
sensitive
my
of
own
them to
arm.
realise actually if
You think
the
make
feedback was given at a different time, it might have been okay for them, but it was just the wrong timing for them at that point. And other people have said, along with losing, it makes you lose hope. They've said it makes you give up on your dream. Thank you very much. Now, some critical distinctions that are going to help you. Really good answers there, Year 9. Thank you for sharing. If the feedback you're receiving means that you then go and lose hope, it probably wasn't feedback, it was probably criticism. What good feedback does, when it's done well, is it helps you focus on the solution, not the problem. So if what somebody says to you, focus on the problem, that is not feedback, that is criticism. So feedback focuses on the solution. And if I'm now more aware of the solution, like my football coach, helps me focus on the solution, not the problem. And by focusing on the solutions, that gives you more hope because you can then speed up your progress. And I like the point that was made about timing, because yes, some of us like to receive our feedback first thing in the morning, maybe if we've got more energy, some of us like it in the afternoon, some of us like it in the evening. It's different for different people. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you a video. The video is a clip from a TV show. Some of you may recognise the TV show, okay, if you don't. The video lasts for a couple of minutes. And as you're watching the video, I want you to take notes. And in particular, I want you to spot the mistakes. There's two kinds of mistakes that will happen. This is a video from a business situation, and it's what's called an appraisal. An appraisal is a feedback meeting, where there's the boss of a company and one of the employees. And the boss is trying to facilitate a feedback session with one of his colleagues. It doesn't go very well. So I want you to spot the mistakes. Two types of mistakes. What are the mistakes that the boss makes? What are the mistakes that the employee makes? Okay? See how many you can identify. At the end of the video, I'm going to ask you to type your observations into the chat. Okay? So make sure you've got some opinions at the end of it. Turn your volume up. We've got a 2-minute video. What are the mistakes? Under strengths, but accounts. Yeah. That's your job. I mean, that's just no good. But also look for your skills within your job. So is there anything else you could have put there?
Traitor is lost in hell by now.
They will have the lost souls of the dead to answer to.
Under weaknesses, you put eczema. Right, you've left this section completely blank, Keith. You haven't done the Q&A. I thought you filled that in. No. This is aimed at you. Look, to what extent do you believe that you have the skills and knowledge to perform your job effectively? And then you just tick one of the boxes. Not at all. To some extent. Very much so. Don't know. What would you tick? Don't know. Okay.
Lightning tingles my blood, Avery. I hear the voices of my soul.
Do you feel you have received adequate training to use your computer effectively?
Where is that woman?
What are your options? Same, they're always the same, always the same. Not at all, to some extent, very much so, don't know. Don't know again, okay? Do you feel you are given the flexibility to decide how best to accomplish your goals? Do you want the options again? Yeah. Not at all. To some extent, always the same. Very much so, don't know. If don't know wasn't there, what would you put?
P.
Not all.
It's just like bald guy that just talks 24/7.
Do you know what the question was?
I don't know.
Quickly, you've got 10 seconds. Type into the chat one of the mistakes that you
Baby.
saw in that video. Don't copy your mates. Alright?
Fine.
Your own original
Sounds like you're dying.
errors. Spot the errors. Go. 10 seconds. Type into the chat box now. What prevented them from being able to give and receive quality feedback? What were the errors? 5, 4, 3, 2,
No.
1. That's time. Really good to see your participation levels year 9. I like it. Sir, what are some of the answers that we got there?
Well, you got that, and I'm not telling you.
Yeah, I'm not listening.
Now, how do we know that he didn't bothered, wasn't caring? What specifically did he do that made us think that?
Jesus Christ, what is that damage, my guy?
Yeah. Yeah. He hadn't filled in his form properly. Good answer. I like it. So, some of you might have noticed he's chewing gum, which comes across as being really disrespectful in a professional organisation. Engaged and leaning forwards and eager to improve, or was he sort of slouched a little bit and turned away from the boss that was trying to help him improve? Yeah, so really important. And good, well done, great observation. Now there were also some mistakes that the boss made. There were 1 or 2 times where he started to get into a little bit of a sarcastic tone of voice, and he lost his patience. So being patient is a really important thing when you're giving and receiving feedback. Of course, it might be understandable that you lost your patience because you've got somebody who's being really disrespectful and disengaged. We're going to try and be patient wherever we can. Okay. I want you right now to identify, when we go back to school in a couple of weeks' time, what's one specific thing at school that you personally would like to get better at or improve? Now, I don't want you to be general and sort of say, oh, I want to improve at maths. Okay?
Hell no.
A specific part of mathematics, it may be that you're not very good at algebra.
Oh, go and get out. See? Dog water.
Okay. Instead of saying science, which specific part of science would you like to improve at and be better at?
Science.
20 seconds to identify one thing. I'm not going to ask you to share it with anybody and start
The S part of science.
private
The S part of
exercise.
science.
Identify one specific thing.
No, that's to be specific, so I didn't.
If you did that one thing, it would help your grades go up. It would improve your confidence. It would make you happier in school.
I don't want to be happy at school.
Have to be to do with the subject. It could be
Look
about
here,
improving your
Caleb said
attention.
everything.
It could be about improving your
Don't listen.
behaviour.
Wait, can we just leave? Like, this kid is pissing me off, mate. It's not even a kid, he's probably a paedophile.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time.
It looks like he sucks the ting-ting.
Now, when it comes to improving that one thing, getting some feedback, let's say you picked, I want to improve algebra. You're going to need to receive some feedback. And there are 10 things that block feedback. You saw some of those mistakes being made in the video, but I wonder if you've made the following mistakes with the things that you want to improve at. Okay, so get ready with your pen, get ready with your paper. We've got 10 feedback blockers. These are the top 10 mistakes that students make that prevent them from getting feedback. The first one is, they say they're too busy. I'm too busy, I haven't got enough time to go and have a feedback meeting with my teacher. I haven't got time to turn up at break time, I haven't got time to turn up at lunchtime or after school, I haven't got time, I'm too busy. Too busy to open that email from my teacher and have a read of what they had to say or the marking that they put on my paper. Too busy, I haven't got enough time. Too busy? How can you be too busy for the single strategy that is proven to lead to your progress more than anything else? If you've got time for social media, if you've got time for hanging out with your mates, if you've got time for other things, it's super important that you prioritise your time onto the things that are going to make you make the most progress in the quickest amount of time. So we need to move beyond the I'm too busy. Second one is people say they didn't understand how important feedback was. If I'd have known it was important, I would have probably made more time for it. Now you can't use that excuse anymore because you're getting a whole workshop here and you're doing some follow-up sessions about the importance of giving and receiving feedback. Now we're going to need that chat box switched on because we're going to have fastest finger on the buzzer in a moment. So keep yourselves ready. The third thing that gets in the way of feedback is that we don't know how to do it. We have this realisation of, right, it's important. But nobody ever really coached us or taught us how to do feedback. We're going to do that. Today, in this session, we're going to teach you the steps, so be prepared to take some notes. And you're going to have some follow-up sessions where we give you more steps to improve. Now we're getting some big hitters now. The fourth feedback blocker is that people become closed-minded. You saw that in the video. Right? They are unwilling to learn and grow. They want everything else in the world to change. They don't want themselves to change. They're not willing to learn and grow themselves. Fastest finger on the buzzer, tell me, who is that? Who is it? Can you name the person on the screen? Have we got any answers coming through?
So yes, we have Reese Lane first up with Rihanna.
No.
With Rita Ora.
It is Rita Ora. Who's first with the correct answer on Rita Ora, sir?
Nicola with Mordor.
Well done, Nicola. I like it. Good.
You're so nerdy.
Rita Ora, and I read an interview with Rita Ora a couple of years ago. I've never met Rita, but there was an article that really impressed me in a magazine. She was talking about how what she was like when she was a teenager. And her family had relocated from another country to come to Britain. I don't know if you know that. Her mum and dad had led a war zone. And they came to England, didn't speak the language, they had to retake all of their qualifications to get jobs again because the qualifications from the country where they fled didn't stand up in our country here. So they had to re-educate themselves. And then Rita was born. And Rita went to school, and she was a little bit cocky. You know, she's got a little bit of a chip on her shoulder, she's got a little bit of an attitude, she admitted in this interview. And she got this goal of getting involved in the entertainment industry. You know, she wanted to be a singer, a songwriter. She wanted to be on TV, she wanted to be famous in the arts. And she said that when I was 16, she said, I left school, she said, I thought I knew everything, but I knew nothing. The important thing here is when you go into your meetings with your teachers, if you
want to know business studies and IT things,
the mug is already full of water. You can't pour any more in it because it's already full. If you think your brain is full, if you think you know everything that there is to know, your brain is
business
full.
Studies,
And
math,
you can't pour any more knowledge in because you think you know it all already. But if you realise, if you're willing to accept, you're not perfect yet, that there are things you don't
social
do, and then maybe there are some things you could do differently, then you become more of a sponge, you start to absorb more of the hints and tips and the strategies that you're getting. The thing is, you're in year 9, you're not supposed to know everything yet.
Yeah, man, I am meant to be knowing anything. Cause you're what?
Career and the subjects you study in school. So become a little bit more
Tom, he's a Tom.
Be willing to learn and grow. Now the next blocker is what we call helplessness. And we're going to get that switch back on again. Because helplessness means some people don't go and get feedback.
Well, take command now, no.
That no matter what my teacher tells me, it's not going to improve the situation anyway. I'm only going to fail my exams anyway, so what's the point of listening? So we have this thing that we call helplessness. Now, there's this horrible experiment that was done with dogs that I'm going to share with you in a moment.
Ooh, doggy woogies.
Tell me,
But in the cat's yard.
who's the cheeky chappie on the screen? Who is it?
Who the
Sir, have we got
hell is this?
coming through?
Nothing so far, no.
He looks like the pedo around Bailey's house.
I was scrolled down, so the first person up was Jack Tilly with Oliver.
Yes, you smashed it. I think he's a bit of a local chap from your neck of the woods as well, isn't he? Is he STD boy?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Now, Ollie is a good mate of one of my mates. And those of you that know the Ollie Mercer story would know that he started his career on a TV talent show where he was one of the contestants. And he ended up making a lot of progress and going through the different rounds. Of course, he made an album after the TV show, and now he actually is one of the presenters on another TV talent show, as well as continuing to make his music. One of his songs is entitled I Tried Everything. And this is what we mean about helplessness. People believe they tried everything. And the truth is they haven't. When people come to me and they say, Kev, I'm not very confident. I wish I was more confident, but I'm just not very confident. And they'll say, but I've tried everything there is to improve confidence. And I said, oh, really? I said, have you tried meditation? They went, well, no. I said, okay, have you tried visualization? No. I said, have you tried behaviouring technique? Well, no, I don't even know what that is. I said, have you tried EFT or tapping? And they're like, no. I said, have you tried the swish technique? I've not got a clue what you're talking about, Kev. Have you tried anchoring? No. I said, well, then you haven't tried everything, have you? You think you've tried everything, but you haven't. Okay? But
I have tried everything.
Helplessness, where we say to people, oh, I've tried everything I could possibly try to improve at maths and English.
Yes, I have. I'm bad at it.
But you haven't. And there are many other techniques and strategies. And we get to a point that we call helplessness. It was this horrible experiment that was done on dogs. I don't support this experiment. I just thought I'd share it with you because I think it makes an important point. They put a dog in a cage. And the dog can go anywhere it wants inside the cage. And then after a little while, what the people doing the experiment, the researchers did, is they put a small barrier in the middle of the cage, low enough that the dog can jump over it. So the dog can walk on this side of the cage, can jump over the little barrier, can walk on this side of the cage. And then after a while, the researchers did something really horrible. They put an electric current underneath one half of the cage. So when the dog jumped over there, it would get a little electric shock. It would scare it, and it would jump back over the barrier to the other side of the cage, where there was no electric current. After a while, the researchers got really mean, because they then switched the electric current on both sides. So the dog would jump over the barrier, it would get an electric shock. It would jump back the other side, and get an electric shock there. And soon the dog learned that it doesn't matter where it goes, it's going to be in pain. So the dog just laid down on this side of the cage and could feel the electric shock and laid there in pain. After a few minutes, the scientists, the researchers, switched off the electric current on this side of the cage.
With this, we can recruit more warriors.
Our warriors now have a place to rest and train.
What has this got to do with us human beings? How does this apply to students in school? I'm going to give you 25 seconds to think about it. How does the dog experiment relate to you? So 25 seconds. Time starts now. How is that applied in your own life? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time. Now on this occasion, I'm not going to ask you to share your thoughts. I'll share a little experience out of my own life. Me, Kev, in school, when I was your age and a little bit older, socialising, I was walking around my cage, I was walking around my community. And then I think, oh, there's a girl I quite like, I'm going to go and ask her out on a date. I go and ask her out on a date, and she says no, she rejects me. Hey. So then maybe a few months pass by, and I go and ask another girl out on a date, and she says no, and she rejects me as well. So now it seems like it doesn't matter which girl I ask out on a date, you're going to say no, so I won't bother asking any more girls out on a date. So I have learned how it doesn't matter what I do, you're only going to reject me anyway. So what's the point? I used to be bad at spelling. My brain would mix up different letters and spell things wrong, and still do it to this day. And so if I did a spelling test, and I failed it.
Well, the girl rejects you twice. Don't know why you still asking.
It doesn't matter what I do, I'm only going to fail at spelling anyway, so I'm not going to try and improve my spelling anymore. So we get this thing called learned helplessness. And it's important that we can move beyond it and realise that there are more strategies and more techniques than we were aware of. Now the sixth mistake that blocks quality feedback is what we call perfectionism. Sometimes we think we've got to be perfect, and if it can't be perfect, if it can't be number one, if it can't be the best, then we're not going to bother trying it all. Alright? And I start to believe that I am the best. I start to think I am perfect, kind of like what Rita Ora was saying earlier. And there's nothing you can tell me, there's nothing my tutor at school, my teacher, my parents, or anybody can say that can make me any better, because I'm already perfect. I already know everything there is to know. But I want to give you this bit of research. Well done to those of you taking notes, by the way. My favourite thing I learned in the year before the COVID pandemic started. So in the year 2019, I went over to America, and I worked with young people in the United States, and I was in a place called North Carolina. And while I was there, I went to something called the Center for Creative Leadership, and this sign was on their wall. And you sort of walk in, the Center for Creative Leadership. Then if they spell the word centre, they spell it differently in America. So there I was, and I was talking to some of their researchers. They do research and figure out what helps human beings have a better life. And they discovered, they said, we can now scientifically prove that the average person thinks they are above average. That's what do you mean? They said, well, the average person thinks that they've got more money in their bank account than they've actually got. The average person thinks they're healthier than they actually are. The average person thinks their relationships are in a better state than they actually are. The average student thinks they're getting better grades in school than they're actually getting. The average student thinks they're above average. In fact, some research shows that 24% of people are shocked or surprised by the feedback that they receive. Why? Because they thought they were doing better than they actually are. So what you need to do is have a little bit more courage, a little bit more open-mindedness. Stop trying to be perfect. It's okay. You're not perfect. You never will be. I'm not perfect.
Well, thanks. You just told me I'm not perfect.
Well, thanks for the shower.
Yeah. Literally just said I'm not perfect, so I'm not perfect then. But I just put 2 skill points on. Okay, thank God.
Well, Thomas, he's not wrong about you.
Do you want me to kill this dog or not?
Oh, yeah.
No, that dog looks actually kind of good, so I'll only kill the ugly dogs.
That dog legit stood up and turned around as you were aiming there.
So yeah, I couldn't kill it. If it's looking at me, I can't.
Where might you not be doing as well as you perhaps thought you were doing? Okay?
What should I do? I should probably go with some maids, shouldn't I?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time. Okay. I think I might get the points for this one. If you get the chat on, can you tell me the name of the dude on the screen? Who's this guy? Who's the guy on the screen? What's his name? I'll be amazed if anybody gets it. Yes! You got the points. I thought I was going to get the points on that one. Who got it first, sir?
We had Connie Ashton was the first up. Well done, Connie.
brilliant knowledge on your athletics, absolutely. It's Kim Collins, a former 100 metres world sprint champion. And he said, instead of striving for perfection, instead of trying to be perfect, strive for continuous improvement. Just each day, see if you can make yourself maybe
Yo, what's up, geezer?
where the day before. You don't have to go from being really bad at spelling to being a perfect
Tell me
speller.
was better.
You can just get 1% better.
17-year-old, yeah, what's up, Jesus?
And if I get 1% better next week, and then 1% better the week after, at the end of the year, if I keep doing 1%, I'm 52% better by the end of the year, and that's massive growth. So stop trying to be perfect, and instead strive for continuous improvement. The next one,
Hello, doggy.
kind of alluded to, and the guy that was in the video was kind of in this situation. Well, we sometimes stop good quality feedback from taking place because we become defensive. And if we're not careful, we see it that our teacher is attacking us. We see it as a criticism. Alright? Have you ever done that? Have you ever got defensive when somebody's trying to help you out with something?
No, if someone's trying to help me out, I'll just punch them.
Have you done that before? So we've got to try and avoid defensiveness. But here's a little trick to play in your mind. You talked about reframing earlier on, sir. And one of the reframes that somebody gave me is this, is instead of taking things personally, what you want to do is separate yourself from the problem you are experiencing. You are not your problems. You are more than the behaviours you're doing. You're far greater than any problem you could ever experience. Totally understandable. All human beings make mistakes. But if we latch onto it, if we take it, oh, I am the problem, right? So I'll give you an example.
What's this?
If you believe this.
End of lesson, by the way. Piss off.
A lot of people don't believe me when I say that when I was a teenager, I lacked self-confidence. They see me up on stage working in front of hundreds or thousands of people and they go, you never lacked confidence. You've been confident since the day you were born. Well, my parents split up when I was 13 years old.
I'm ready.
And that was very upsetting for me. And I used to cry a lot. And I didn't know at the time. I didn't
Oh, save a queen. I don't know the song.
That creates the label that says I am, and if you put anything after it, I am depressed, or I am shy, right? Or I am a bad learner. You make yourself the problem, right? You're basically saying, if I say I am depressed, you're saying I
Oh, yeah.
depression. Well, no, you're way more than that. So what you need to do is separate yourself, and then by not taking it so personally, by detaching yourself from the problem, you can look at the problem and you can then solve it more easily. Instead of thinking that you are the problem. You're not. So separate yourself from the problem. Don't go so defensive.
Have you realised I'm not in England anymore for some
When we
reason?
start getting solutions, when our teachers, our coaches, our mentors, our family members, our peer group, they start giving us suggestions about what we can do to improve, we then start to have a fear of what might happen if we implemented those solutions. So, you know, the teacher sort of says, well, you know, if we move you, this happened to me once. My teacher moved me. I was really struggling in French lessons. My teacher moved me from the back of the class to the front of the class on the desk right in front of her desk. And I had a fear about what would happen with my schoolmates. Because, oh, now I'm sitting on the desk right at the front of the teacher. I'm going to get called I'm going to get called nerdy, what? And I had a fear of being rejected by my peer group. I knew it was the right thing. I knew it would improve my grades if I went and sat close to the front. But I was scared of the consequences. So, we've got to move beyond our fears. What are some of the fears that you've been letting get in the way? You know, right back before this, I asked you what one thing that you wanted to improve when you go back to school. What's one of your fears that's getting in the way? And what we usually come to realise is that the vast majority of the things that we're fearful of, they never actually happen. We tell ourselves a negative story in our head. Oh, well, even if I do it, I'm going to fail anyway. If I do that, I'm going to get bullied by my friends. If I do that, all these bad things are going to happen. And 90% of the time, those fears never actually happen. So, as we move into our final few minutes here together, the 9th blocker, well done to those of you taking notes here, the 9th thing that gets in the way of
My baby fell over.
the person giving you the feedback and the person receiving the feedback are constantly focusing on what's going wrong.
Bailey, why do you say that?
Earlier. What I want to give you is a little formula before we go. Researchers at Harvard University have found that if you follow the following process, we become more open to the feedback. And we make faster progress, our grades improve at a quicker rate. Okay? So when you're going into feedback, first thing you need to do is share something that went well. So that's the WWW, is what went well. Okay? So the reason why I want you to take notes on this is because I want you to go and give feedback to somebody in your home. And I want you to give them some feedback and tell them beforehand that you've got a task to do for homework. Alright? And I want you to sort of say...
I hate homework. I will kill anyone who will give me homework.
And I want to give some feedback from them.
I will become a bounty hunter and hunt all the teachers.
So far in lockdown is brilliant of cooking dinners. It's been absolutely brilliant. Every day, you've cooked a meal for us, you've kept us healthy. I really appreciate it. So that's what went well. And then in the middle of the feedback sandwich, we've got what we call an EDI, which is the even better hit. Okay? So, in step 1, what went well? Mum, you've been cooking these dinners for us, and you've done it every day, and I really appreciate it. Now, Mum, it'd be even better if you didn't cook the same things all the time. I really would love one day maybe you could cook as a curry, or maybe you could bake as a pizza at home, or something that we've never tried before. That makes it even better. But then at the end of the sandwich, you go back to what went well. And you remind them of the things doing well. But Mum, I've got to say, that Sunday roast that you did was absolutely phenomenal. That breakfast you made on Saturday, awesome. So you start with what went well, in the middle you go even better if, and then you finish off with something else that's going well. And by sandwiching the feedback like that, according to Harvard University, we improve at a quicker rate. And I'll finish today's session with this. The 10th blocker of feedback is when there's a lack of trust between the participants. If you don't trust your teacher, or your coach, then your teacher or your coach doesn't trust you. So my final question in our last few minutes is, what could you do to improve the trust between you and your teacher? Remember,
I called her my big stupid girl. Oh boy, wherever they are.
I don't know what you wrote down. But what could you do to improve your trust with the teacher of that subject or the person there?
I'd call them stupid, then violence.
Think about what questions you could ask them. Think about your body language. Think about your tone of voice. Think about your mindset and your attitude. You've now got 30 seconds. I want you to identify 3 things. I'm going to go back a slide. Okay. 3 things you could do to build more trust. 3 things that you could do to overcome these blockers. 3 things that you could do to improve feedback so that you can improve that thing that you want to get back to that. You've now got 30 seconds to identify 3 things. Time starts now.
Is that Justin Bieber playing? What the? What the?
Nice and quick. 3 things, or 3 mistakes you could stop doing. 3 things.
But that was so scary.
Your body language, your tone of voice, your mindset, your attitude. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time. We're going to go to the chat. We're going to go into the chat and type for me. Go on. What's one thing you could do? One thing you think you could do to improve your feedback? Start typing now. Some good stuff starting to come in. Excellent. See it as a constructive instead of being insulting. I like that. Don't let other people get in the way of it, whether it's your peers. adapting to their advice. I like that, Nicola. Good. Making a commitment to do what they suggest. Good answer, Lillian. Really good. 5, 4, 3,
2, 1. Happy New Year!
time. Okay. Stop typing in the chat. That'd be great. Year 9, it's been fantastic working with you today.
No, hasn't been fantastic working with you.
Return to going back to school, you're going to do more sessions about quality feedback. And
Please,
how you
no.
get actionable information from people around you that you can use to improve your performance. Please, take whatever it is that you learned in today's session, add it to what you're going to be getting in tutor sessions and the follow-up assemblies. And I'm sure if you do that, you'll realise there are no limits to what you can achieve. You too will become unstoppable. Thanks for your time here, everybody.
Wow, I got called unstoppable.
Bye for now.
Oh, see you later, Baldy. No, I've got science now.
Okay, what have we got?
Science. Have you seen the time? We're 10 minutes late to our lesson.
That bitch.
That's good. That's really good. If we're 10 minutes late to lesson, it's 10 minutes less of the lesson.
Yeah, and we have something to blame it on.
That baldy person.
Can't you?
I'm not bald.
Alright, sir. I'll tell you what, I've only just saw your email, so don't panic, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll sort something.
I'll run something on Friday. Just round it.
Alright, Mr. Potter. Hi, Charlotte. Right, could everybody get onto task mode, please?
I don't want to though.
Did you have these yesterday?
I did, yeah. Okay, so everyone should be on Tassamai. So what
Everyone
we
should
do
be
today,
on your
guys,
mum.
is I might put you on an old Academy video.
So my mum is lesbian.
Just for each lesson. And then you will upload evidence of doing that. Before I put you on that, I'll ask you some lovely questions about radiation.
You're a funny one, aren't you?
Oh god. So that's oh, she's not vegetarian anymore.
The vegan teacher is a bellend.
Make sure everyone's on there.
He's not
Did
vegetarian.
you all enjoy your Kevin Meacher?
He's got a new home.
Who's Kevin Meacher? Shut up. Who's Kevin Meacher? Was that the bald guy we were blowing in PE?
I will I'll
vegetarian.
check yours now, Charlotte, okay?
Oh, vegan teacher side twat.
Thomas.
Hmm?
If a vegan person,
I can see a lot of, so Reese,
it doesn't
Weston, Reese
basically
Lane,
make
Zach,
them
Jake,
not vegetarian.
Jack, Thomas and Liam are all
Don't
on
know.
Fatima at the moment.
They're eating meat, aren't they?
Where are you, Charlotte? So I can get you. So Charlotte, you know your login details. I can log on for you because sometimes if I log on for you, then gets up and then you can log in.
Oh yeah.
Left for two stomps.
The N word is racist.
Is your password still science, Charlotte?
Nah.
If I break my laptop, do I have to do school?
If I break my leg, can I walk?
Why do I have moldy cheese in my inventory?
So, Charlotte, can you try again? You logged me in, so you should be able to get in.
Oh my god.
And guess what?
Try again. Your password is science,
that question,
all lowercase.
the answer to that question is a yes, because you can't break it, it's not a bone, it's a muscle.
If I break my dick, can I stop?
Let me...
Hey, by the way, did you know that spiders is basically, spiders' legs are basically,
Chloe, are you back in, or do you need help?
a walking boners. Because they're muscles, they don't have any bones.
You can shut up now. Oh, you're a funny one, aren't you?
Oh yeah, way funnier than you though.
It's not funny. You.
You're not funny. You. What the? Burned.
Charlotte, just copy and paste this into the login. Are you going through the app? Because I think all of you could do is going through this.
Oh my god.
Use this link here and try and log in through this first before I try and help you. See that now? Click on that one and try and log in through that.
Watch my lead. Together, lads, we have this.
People put their hand up who are struggling to get in. Who's that, sir? Charlotte. Just Charlotte still. Have you tried that, using that link, Charlotte?
Well, what's this one?
It's just Charlotte in the message.
What is it?
Charlotte, let's use this then.
So, oh my god. Go back to the
Hey, can't do this
Charlotte,
alone.
is that the login you're using?
Help me out here.
Could you, so click on that link, try again. It did work for me, that's the link I went through and I'm putting those details that got me in. Reese, why are you putting nonsense up in the chat? Adela, have you got back in?
Oh, I stabbed your mum inside and inside.
We have what we came for. Let's go.
Okay, so Adela, can you click on that link as well that I put on there?
Bailey,
Yeah.
imagine a road man at these times. Oi, boom, clap.
See if that makes
You're a pussy. Watch me, Bailey.
Do the same for you.
You know I've got a red pot in my hand here.
So could you now put in your details? So
Stronger already.
We're gonna
Stella
do.
dot 2D
What am I gonna do with it?
Kotova. And James wants
That was useless, mate. You don't want to see that.
Charlotte, I'll go back to yours now and we'll change your password and see if that helps.
Well, delayed on boom streams, that's just ruins it, mate.
Okay, try again. I'll just change it back to science, Charlotte. Okay.
I'm done with my thing now, so I'm just gonna
Boom, clock.
I'm playing this very addicting, fun game.
Sleep tea? Bailey,
Yeah.
do you know how to piss off a British person?
As science.
Wow.
And Joanna,
You put water before milk. Because it pisses me off. If you're making a tea and you put the water before the tea. No, water before the milk.
So, I'll put it back in the chat. Click on that.
A boom clap.
Don't you mean the milk before the water?
It logs me in.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that's how you're meant to do it.
I totally do that.
Are you sure you're English?
I just ruined the whole joke and making it the wrong way round.
Give me a bench, Schaefer. I have a thirst for plunder and if not now.
How many people are in the class? Like 40 people.
Oh, okay. I can recruit people. Oh, this guy looks like a badass. Oh, she's a girl. Called him a he, mate. He's got too much clothing on, mate.
Just standing on them.
So everyone else. So can you see that now?
Yeah, show your body more.
So your email's in, I'll put the science plug in.
What is this? Does this need upgrading? Can't upgrade
so your
this yet.
account works. So what browser are you using?
Pornhub.com. He said browser.
Are you using Chrome? Are you using Safari? Are you using Chrome? That should work. You got your phone? Try logging back in on your phone now. I've logged on to your account. I'll log out of it.
What's this?
Do I know you in yet? Ellie Roberts.
I think we'll start going around the map. We want to do that to you.
What they said to Ellie? Right. So Ellie, I'm just going to reset your password. It's going to be science still, but I'm just resetting it so things have updated your account. And then could you try with that link? So ellie.roberts@jameshornsby.org.uk, password science. Okay? Try again with that link and put it for everyone else.
Yo, little kid! Do you have some... Oh, what is this? How do I get those?
I must be on my way now. Goodbye.
You go on, I'll still be here.
So I go in my inventory.
You're in. Good. Charlotte, any luck yet? It works on your phone. Good. So we're in. Right. That's
Oh, here.
Any other issues? People let me know.
Okay, so I get them from Wayne.
So Charlotte,
So
you
at
can
least I
hand
know
out now.
that.
Anybody else not getting into task might let me know because I'm going to look and I'm going to see if people are on there, and you should be.
Oh my god! Actual.
So I've got Joshua on there, Faye on there,
Can I
Ellie
get
on
any
there, Charlotte
upgrades?
on there, Tilda on there, Kira on there, Ellie on there, Jack's on there, Rebecca on there, Liam's on there, Zach's on there, Reese is on there, Thomas is on there, Jake's on there,
Yo, fatty boy Thomas is always on there, mate.
Probably just logging in, it hasn't showed up because I didn't refresh my screen.
Be well, friend. Fight well.
Who's got the highest accuracy today?
No, I don't want to do this. But what is this?
Highest accuracy. The highest accuracy is Louis Stafford, sir, followed by Reese Weston. Reese Weston's answering a lot more questions as well, so reserving them as achievement point if you can do that for me, sir.
I can't wait.
Okay, it's 11 people.
Okay, so if I catch fish, I can sell this fish and stuff. I don't even have any fish. Why are you so thankful for the fish? What, you got fish here? Just give me this stuff, mate.
I feel like Jovin's been still better than.
Don't know what the hell it is. Hobo.
So in J4 then we've had 10 daily goals done. Perfect stuff.
Nah, you're old. I don't want to talk to you.
In terms of who's on, we've got Emily's on, Rihanna's on, Kian's on, Nathan's on, Caleb's on, Emin's
Oh,
on.
she gave me 100 silver though.
Bailey's on, Sue's on,
Sim.
Riley's on, Lexi's on, Lily's on, Julia's on. Okay, daily goal wise, quite a few people have done that. Accuracy, Julia is top still with accuracy with 71%, followed closely by Lexi with 67%, and Sue not far off with 66%. Okay. Okay.
Easy.
Good. So I'm just going to give you a few more minutes to
Stuck still here, mate.
a quiz that you're on. So if you're completely
Wait a minute. Did the dog?
so do that for me.
I swear, if that's the dog's piss, that's disgusting.
Oh my god.
But where is the shop so I can buy stuff?
You went now. Have a look on your map.
Still don't know. It doesn't even tell on the map.
Yeah, it must be signs though, Joanna.
I might recruit some people. Let's go over there. I really want to recruit that girl. She looks badass. Imagine I just recruit her. She's just the first one to die on my team.
Let us sweat together, bleed together, triumph together.
Together we'll force over the door.
Oh, that's a stone dragon.
Up for some raiding?
I've already got the wall, and if I can get if I can get that one, if I can get that one armor, if I can get that one.
Rest assured our raids will not affect them. You will work under cover of our ships and avoid familiar places.
Six of them.
Huzzah!
Just 1 minute, and then we'll be back.
Look at the time, mate. Let's is gonna end in 30 minutes. This is fourth lesson. I've just realised. No, not fourth. Yeah, it is fourth.
Okay, now, hopefully we all come back to the classroom now, and then I'm going to have an activity for you to do. We are going to be looking at the uses and hazards of radiation, okay? Video and activities on the Oak Academy. A lot of you know Oak Academy and how to use it. So, what I'm going to expect from you is that I'll put that up. I'm going to put an assignment in your classroom, and I want you to upload evidence of the work you've completed from those videos, and then I can check that for you. I don't mind on this one if you then log out the classroom once it's uploaded for you to do that work, as long as it's handed in. I need to see it handed in, otherwise I will be changing your mark on the register. Okay? So, if I just now set it up for you, and I create an assignment. Academy. Wrong link. Sorry, guys.
Why can't I use Why can't I be
Now. Okay, so it's assigned. Could you go on that for me? Make sure you complete that. Okay, or I'm going to now put it into your Google Classroom.
Get off!
Okay, so create. Okay, so that's assigned for you as well. So what I'd like you all to do, because by the time you finish doing that video and the activities, it'll be the end of the lesson. So I don't mind you logging off now, as long as that's, you don't have to come back on, as long as the work's handed in. Okay, Zach?
Okay, see you later.
Right.
The video to watch and then work won't go through. Then you've got to upload evidence of that work.
You can leave that, by the way.
I know. Making sure to know what I do.
Holy shit.
Ready, boats.
Mwah. Oh. How long have I been live for? 1 hour and 50 minutes.
I swear I am the king.
I am licking all my juices.
No, for years I've slain the boss because it was a easy boss. Okay, that's not weird at all.
No.
Dragon chest. Oh, one.
Good to see you.
I want to see the Alliance map. Tell me more about Lady Chestership.
He traveled to a town called Repton to meet, as I heard.
I won't keep them waiting.
If I were...
Real quick. Okay, so what now? Okay, so I'm gonna go get myself something, so like a Kit Kat or something.
Get a Kit Kat in your bed.